Hi, Judy. Welcome. It's so
Hi.
exciting to welcome you to the Trust. You're doing a CPD for us on the Enneagram on the 5th and 6th of July, that weekend.
Yes, yes. No, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So we're gonna today we're gonna speak a little bit about what it's about. So if we can start with you sharing a little bit about what the Enneagram is.
Hmm. Yes, it's a difficult thing to put into a nutshell, the Enneagram, because it's one of those it's a wonderfully rich psycho-spiritual tool, which is very ancient and goes back to Sufi mysticism and the desert fathers and mothers, the 3rd and 4th centuries. They discovered this wisdom, a sort of perennial wisdom tool. And it's like a sort of map that helps us to discover more about ourselves and more about others, and to grow in self-awareness, and to get underneath the sort of the why, the core motivations of what moves our both the personality, so what we build up in our defenses from a very young age, so the sort of the defenses that we have, and then finding the blind spots and some of the shadow things that we don't see. It's sort of it very compassionately helps us to see parts of ourselves that we've perhaps put away, and and then it gives us this wonderful map of how to grow, and to become more self-aware, and to understand ourselves better, and to bring and to integrate all those parts of ourselves that perhaps have been banished, just to make ourselves a more whole, which is where I feel it works so beautifully with psychosynthesis. It's got this lovely overlap with the psychosynthesis model as well.
Can you tell us a little bit more about how you see the overlap between the Enneagram and psychosynthesis?
Yes. Well, there's something about the three centers of intelligence, which very much both within the psychosynthesis model and the Enneagram. So with the heart center, the head center, and the gut center. So that's one example of where working with those three centers and trying to bring more of a balance between the three.
Is gut about intuition? Is it about soul?
Yes, more the intuition, or the sort of also known as the body center, I suppose, having that body intelligence. Um, and and the Enneagram theory is that there are, of the 9 points on the Enneagram, there are 3 in the head center, 3 in the body center, and 3 in the heart center. And that's where we tend to defer to our stronger one, but it's trying to bring the other centers into more of a balance as well. So that would be one thing I'd see, which is very, very, very much, with the meditations that are used in psychosynthesis, for example, thinking about the head, the heart, and the body. And we are all of those things, but we're more than that. What is that central part of us that's more than that?
Yeah. So I guess that's the disidentification meditation.
Yes, yes.
I'm not I have feelings, body and mind, and I'm
Mm,
in my mind, body and feelings.
yes, yes, exactly.
It sounds very interesting. And of course aligned, it's like a spiritual
Mm, mm,
model that I guess doesn't compete with psychosynthesis, but of a different way.
Yes, yes, that's right. I think the transpersonal is so much a part of psychosynthesis, and you know that again with the Enneagram, I feel like the spiritual side of understanding ourselves. So starting with the psychological and not spiritually bypassing, but then bringing in the spiritual feels like such a very, very powerful combination, which again is very much what I was drawn to about psychosynthesis in the first place, and about the theory of the Enneagram is yeah, is just very, as I say, very compassionate, very powerful.
And my last question, people who come to your workshop, what will they walk away with?
Well, that's an important question, and a good question. And I think my hope would be that they would, well, I'd very strongly suggest, first of all, that people would find out their type, personality type, before coming on the weekend, because that will help them so much to be able to settle into learning more about themselves on the weekend and about other people. So I would recommend a test to do, which will help to find which of the 9 types is most likely to be theirs.
And can they find that test on our website?
Well, I can certainly put it on there. I think I've put it into our information about the weekend.
Brilliant, Judy. So we'll make sure that the website where people can find out about their type is available on the information.
Yes, thank you. Yes, that would be good. Yes, so I would hope that people would come away with a much better understanding of themselves and their core motivations. You know, what is it that if they're stuck in certain behavioral patterns, what is it that is causing that? What's underneath that? And looking at some of the growth paths that are available to us on this wonderful map that the Enneagram shows us, you know, how we can move between numbers. So it's a very dynamic model. So you don't have to, it's not about discovering your inner box, it's discovering how you can get out of your box by using the map and the arrows. So moving amongst the different types, and then having this aha moment in a way for some people of thinking, realizing that actually other people don't think the same as I do. They're in a totally different part of the pie, as it were. They're looking at something from a very different perspective, and that sometimes for people is quite a revelation. Yes, and it helps. It just really helps relationships generally, because as we begin to understand the reasons for the ways other people behave, it brings much more compassion in a way to the relationship, if we understand more about why they behave in the way that they do.
Lovely. So it's the 5th to the 6th of July, and we'll make sure that website is available on the information. Thank you.
Thank you.